And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, another video. In today's video, of course, we'll go over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours, whilst also going over what a financial expert has said with regards to a club record £19.6 million reveal. So exciting stuff with regards to that, whilst also, as I said, going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. Let's start with Ross McCausland. Again, he has not stopped being a subject in this on the channel recently. Basically, Barry Ferguson has came out and urged the youngster to commit his future to the football club. Again, I'm not going to bore you to death about the current situation. You already know it. Rangers have offered the player a contract. He is free to leave at the end of the season, and if he was to go to a new club, Rangers would only be getting £300,000 in compensation. That's due to a sort of training development fee. However, as I said, a lot of fans really want the youngster to commit to his future and sign a long-term contract with the club. So, one, he can make a big impact at Rangers, continue to develop, but also make sure that we're protected in terms of a transfer fee later on down the line. We did bring you yesterday's news and said that Brentford were another side that had joined the race to potentially try and sign the player come the expiry of his contract at the end of the year. But a lot of clubs currently monitoring the situation. And I, for one, have already said my sort of opinion on it in yesterday's video, so I'm not going to bore you with my opinion, but I will bring you Barry Ferguson. As I said, he spoke about the situation on Go Radio. So yeah, this is what he had to say. He went, he said, there's a contract on the table for him at Rangers, so I'd like to think where he's been given a chance, he'll put pen to paper and he'll commit to a new contract at Rangers. He's been a breath of fresh air, to be honest with you, since he's come into the team. He's come off the bench and did really well, got his first start against Livingston. I thought he was really good. I'd like to see him stay put. As I said, I always like to see young players coming through the system. That's what he's done, and hopefully he'll sign a new deal. Again, as I said, I echo everything that Barry Ferguson has said with regards to his situation, and hopefully we'll get confirmation on him signing a new contract very, very soon. But it's something that needs to be of an essence. It needs to be something at the top of the priority list for the club to try and make sure that he does stay at the football club, because the more games he's going to be getting for us, the more he's going to be in the news, the more he's going to be impressing, and the more these vultures are going to be lurking come the end of the season and give us pennies for one of our sort of brightest young prospects. So, as I said, hopefully he signs the contract, but I'll keep you up to date with regards to that as time goes on, should he do so. Now, in this part of the video, guys, as I say, Rangers are starting to make progress on their player trading model after posting a revenue of £84 million in 2023. That is the view of finance expert Kieran Maguire, who spoke exclusively to Football Insider about the latest financial figures emerging from Ibrox. As we stated, Rangers released their annual report for the 2022-2023 season on Monday, revealing revenue of £84 million, but a profit of just £252,000. The club's participation in the Champions League helped to bring in additional payments from UEFA, but their poor results in the group stage meant that they only matched the income received for their Europa League run in 2021-2022. Calvin Bassey's move to Ajax also boosted income, with Rangers receiving a club record fee of £19.6 million. Maguire believes the Scottish Giants are starting to see some financial success from their player trading model, but an underwhelming summer window this year means revenue will likely drop again in 2023-2024. He said, I don't think Rangers need to be too concerned about their profit levels. I know it shows the challenge of running a football club. Rangers' wage bill was much higher than Celtic last season, which I think will surprise many people. It would have been higher still if they had more on-pitch success. What we are seeing at Rangers is that they are starting to make progress with their player trading model. They sold Calvin Bassey for the club record fee and made a profit in the transfer window, but those figures have not been replicated in 2023-2024. So I suspect that the results this year will be worse unless they make a lot of progress in the Europa League. Given that they sell out Ibrox every single match, that would boost their income. So as I stated recently in a lot of videos with regards to the sort of finances, the financial expert is saying that Rangers' finances are in a healthy state, and the player trading model is going to be something that plays a big part to our sort of overall profiting year in and year out. As we stated before, this summer we spent more than we sort of received, or it's almost kind of breaking even, but we will likely be in the red next year if, of course, unless we sort of sell players in January, but I don't see that sort of happening. But as I said, the sort of James Bisgrovers came out stating that the player trading model, same with John Bennett, is the player the player trading model is something that the club want to get right in the years going forward, and something that they strive to build that pillar, as they believe that the other 3 pillars are already in place. But the player trading model needs to be more consistent going forward, and I think that all comes down to the sort of director of football position. Now, once we get a director of football in, we get a real mind map of where we're going to be recruiting, buying low and selling high, developing young players. I think that's where we'll see real sustained success. If you look at Benfica, you look at Ajax Amsterdam, year in, year out from smaller leagues, they're always generating a profit due to their player trading model, because it's a consistent conveyor belt of constant talents always emerging. And that's something that Rangers need to try and replicate. And I hate to say it, but the other side of the city have done pretty well with theirs recently. On a sort of consistent basis also. So that's something we need to emulate and try and replicate going forward if we want to be in profit year in and year out as a football club. But look, we're not accountants, we're football fans. That's for people in higher positions to sort of deal with. For us, we want to see a team that's successful in the park, but having good finances in place is something that's very, very important for the football club as a total, as a grand total there. Now, in other news, just to finish us off, guys, as I say, Rangers fans display basically with the Pyro talks has basically had the SPFL, or the Scottish Government, come back into play again and basically speak about the reinforcement of not using pyrotechnics at games, and as I said, are issuing new laws into place to stop this happening. I think it's already illegal anyway, but as I said, ahead of the Scottish Premiership returning, they have doubled down on this, that they don't want to see any pyrotechnics at football grounds across Scotland. Again, I loved the display last time at Dundee, but as I said, that's the sort of measure that they're taking in place, that it has no place in Scottish football, unfortunately. I'm surprised that there isn't a safe way of doing it, but it is what it is. So if you are going to games, try not bring the pyrotechnics along, despite the displays looking really, really cool. But Rangers fans, that's all I've really got for you today. A fairly quiet day in terms of Wednesday news, but as I said, players are set to return, or players are returning now back to the club. We'll start to hear from Felipe Camont later this week with regards to team news. Hopefully some positives on that front. I do think Rabbi Matondo will be back fairly soon as well, so that's good news. And then again, a really, really grueling period now. I keep on saying it, cup final, loads of away games, Easter Road, Pataudry, Tynecastle, Celtic Park, all in this section of fixtures. We've got 2 Europa League games as well to navigate. So the games are going to be coming thick and fast. There's going to be a lot of Rangers content here on the channel, so make sure you are subscribed to us. And obviously live streams will return ready to go again for that game against Aberdeen, which I'm really, really buzzing for, because I was getting super excited watching Rangers week in and week out under the new Clement regime. But Rangers fans, do let me know your thoughts on Ross McCausland. Will he sign a new deal, yes or no? Also, let me know your thoughts on our sort of direction as a football club, and where do you think that we should be trying to recruit going forward? What do you think our recruitment plan should be once we get a new director of football? As I said, let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.